Hi chess fans, this is Douglas. I'm here on Lee Chess about to go over the Game 4 of the 2018 World Chess Championship. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you like this video. Like, subscribe, and let's get to it. Ratata. Alright, so Fabiano Caruana is the challenger. He's in the black pieces, and Magnus Carlsen is in the white pieces today. And we are at 1 point each. No, so 3 draws, so half a point each, so that's 1.5 each. All right, so we start off with c4 from Magnus, then e5, then the knights are out. So far this is an English opening, King's English variation. Bring out the other knight, and we've got the 4 knights out. That's pretty cool view there, right? Different for some games than most games. And then we get ready to fiend Keto. Magnus Carlsen gets ready. Then Fabiano takes a strike into the middle. Magnus captures, recaptures, and then we're thinking about retaking with this potentially. Again, they're both at 141. They haven't taken a step off the gas. They know and they're prepared for this game. Fiend Keto. Then the bishop comes out. Castles and castles. Then we go up with the pawn. Rook over. Bishop up for protection. Then takes. Takes with the knight. Takes with the bishop. We've got 2 on here. Eyeing this up and not allowing that to come in potentially, or it would be a queen trade. All right, then the knight comes up, ignores that threat, and strikes at the bishop. Now the bishop has the 2 choices, 2 or 3 choices, going here, b6 or d6, and Fabiano chooses d6. Then the rook's over to help support for a potential take here, and then potential take and winning a pawn potentially. So we have takes there with check. And I just wanted to go over maybe this really quick. An idea is that if he does take with the knight, then the pawn would recapture, and then take with the bishop. You think you're winning a piece, but let me just see how this goes. So if let me see what we have. Okay, so the idea then would be that the queen would be able to take out this bishop that's right here, and then this bishop can take this pawn. So there's a log. This move right here is pretty critical right here with all the takes and sacrifices. So we have takes the knight, and then with the bishop recapturing, then the pawn's up, and we're at about the middle game here. Pawn up, really trying to find the best moves, trying to find any little weakness. Magnus has now, this is where he's at 105, so Fabiano has banked some time here. He took 30 minutes, and now he's eyeing up the bishop, which is protected, potentially. Lots of just, that's what I've noticed in these grandmasters, all these plays, that they've really thought it out and everything is accounted for. Even, the littlest things that they have planned and that they're thinking about. So he's not letting him push up. And so we have the bishop come over, the queen. Queens might be exchanged here, or it's protecting, or to take this queen and damage the structure of their king side. See how that goes. So takes with the bishop first, then and then we have the damaged pawn structure, doubled pawns, and then a recapture, doubled pawns here also. And then taking a jab at this pawn, and it's like, I feel like that one of the themes is that they just kind of ignore these things at times. And so yeah, another ignoring, and then eyeing this up. So takes here, potential ideas. So he just drops back, and then now he takes, and then recapture with which one? The A pawn or the C pawn? Probably the A pawn to go more into the middle. Yep. And then king up on a light square because the dark bishop is there. So he wants to get off the dark squares. Then up, challenging this. And do we have the Magnus does not want to exchange yet. King up, 50 minutes each. We're at move 24. Again, the time increments. Once you get to move 40, you get another 40 minutes. And I'll put that in the description. Dropping back, protecting this pawn, getting ready to push, getting potential doubled rooks, and then eyeing this up with 2. So 2 to 2. And then coming in with a third potential. King gets into a better position. Now we got this pawn up to kind of try to damage this structure, but we are getting to the end game, and this is where you want to get your king more into the center so that it's more active. But it's blocking this pawn though at the same time. And just like in game 3, you know, they're trying to get that position and trying to see if anybody, so far, you know, there's been no mistakes or inaccuracies or blunders. And then king up, pawn up, just really trying to find any little, so obviously he's going to have to take, or he's going to be losing his pawn with check. So he takes, recaptures, pawn up. This is pretty cool to see. 4 pawns in a row. And then, yeah, these are on light squares because of the dark squared bishop. So we're trying to get more active on the king side. These are kind of all tied down here. Whoops. Then, oh, whoa. Where were we? Wrong button. Sorry about that, everybody. 109. Oh. And up. Again. We've got this positioning, the king, the pawns, and then recaptures. Okay, so we're here with the 4 pawns. All right, then the bishop comes up. Check. So he's going to have to drop back or move over. Or is he moving over here? Move back. Then the bishop comes up. Bishop comes over. And then 30 minutes and 40 minutes doubled. Maybe potentially thinking this. But that's it. That's the game. So game 4 was a draw. As you can see, 2 games apiece. Lots of ideas. Again, no inaccuracies or blunders or mistakes because they would capitalize right on it. And, you know, that's the way it goes sometimes with these top level players. I mean, I would have liked to see something like this to try to get the pawn break over here, the 3 to 2 majority, and then get 2 over here. That would have been interesting to see. But one of the things too is for the checks. putting the king in check constantly, 3 checks, but I would see something like this. So thanks again for watching and for watching the whole video. Here's the quote to get motivated and play out there. Move in silence, only speak when it's time to say checkmate. That's a couple of people in, like, I was reading that quote that a couple of people say that in the library when they're playing at in the libraries at just community areas. So yeah, thanks for watching. LeeChess.org, Z Joker, if you ever want to play, and thanks. Take care.